Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Elder Scrolls Online video with me, Sherman. You guys getting two in one day. What do you think about that? Hope you guys are excited because I'm going to be explaining to you guys what a casual build is and what's the difference between a casual build and a meta build. The reason I'm putting separation to the two is because the community is separated. We don't all play the same style of play. We don't all play the same way. And the difference between a casual build and a meta build is geared or set up towards being more towards the most, well, it's called the most effective tactic available, but in all reality, it's for score runs. And they are the builds that the top players in the community, like Hodor, and I can't name all the guilds. But a lot of guilds use to run in-game content. They use it to run trials. They use it to run dungeons, to get all the achievements, to basically be the best in the game. Casual builds are basically builds that can do a majority of the content in normal and veteran mode. They're not made for hard mode play. They can do hard mode play if your group wants to. But it's going to be a lot more challenging with some of the builds to play even veteran content because it takes experience, it takes knowledge of play. And once you get a build down so much that you become very experienced with it, like no content will be impossible. It will just be possible, but not at a score running level. And that's what the difference between casual builds and meta builds is it's casual builds are basically what they sound like. They're fun builds made to allow people options to play the game, but at the same time, if they want to play the meta, they still have the ability to go, okay, I'm going to switch to my meta build and leave my casual build for when I'm not playing meta. Now I'm not playing meta, I'm going to go back to my casual. That's what the difference is you have two different play styles and two different demographics of players. So you have casual players, which are basically everybody that's not playing the meta, and then you have the meta players, who are the people who focus on the in-game hardcore play after the achievements, after the scores. I mean, it's not that casual players don't go after achievements. We do. It's just we're not interested in getting the best and being the best all the time. We just want to play and have fun, enjoy the game. And that's what it's about. That's what it should be about. And yes, I'm not saying that meta players don't have fun playing the meta. They do. That's their preferred play style. But there's no term or terminology, if you will, that separates the two. There used to be non-meta and meta, but I always felt like non-meta was and meta. Like meta isn't derogatory. Non-meta is. And I know it doesn't sound like it, but it is. It's basically saying, hey, I'm not going to follow your rules. But casual players don't follow the rules of the meta. We never have. And it's not a bad thing. It's just we don't play to that standard. We don't play to that level or that degree. Now, every build that I do release, or I will release, I will test, I will play, and I will make sure it works before I release it to the community. So I will test the builds in not only Overland, public dungeons, world bosses, delves, dungeons themselves, and in some cases, if I can, trials. And I will test all this stuff to make sure that it does work as intended for the content I'm releasing. Now, I will also put a disclaimer in the video and in the description saying what content the build is made to work in. So if I put in there, and it's listed under a casual build, and it's like the Paladin tank, I will put in there, like, this build will work in dungeons, base game dungeons, DLC dungeons, normal and veteran, or normal, DLC dungeon. Like, it'll say that. It'll be listed, like, dungeon. Normal dungeons, veteran dungeons, normal trials, veteran trials, and, like, PvE Overland. it'll be listed there what it's made to work for. So if it's made to work for in game, or it's made to work for you know, a majority of the content, it'll be listed there. You know, like normal dungeons, yes. Overland, yes. Veteran dungeons, yes. DLC dungeons, normal DLC dungeons, yes. Normal veteran dungeons, yes. Normal trials, yes. Veteran trials, no. Like, I will list what it will be best for, but I will also let you know in the disclaimer in the video, like, this will work in the hard mode of the trial, or the veteran mode of the trial, but it's not something that's going to give you a score run, necessarily. It will help you get through the content, but that's about it. And this way, people have a greater understanding. Okay, this build will work, but it's not necessarily meta, or it's not necessarily this, or what have you. So this way, people have a greater understanding of the builds, and also have, you know, this way, the meta's still there, and it's there for a reason. And I will reference meta people. If people are looking for meta, I can be like, yeah, go check out, you know, Alcast, go check out Asian God, go check out this. Because everyone's going to find their preference of person, too. And the personality of the person that they like to listen to. But yeah, it's just, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to kind of go over that, so I had more of a clarification of what a casual build is, separate from a meta build. And it's not to step on any toes, it's so that we can have a shared community, and this community can continue to grow, and we can share our ideas together without there being any complications or misunderstandings or anything like that. Because if you don't like casual builds, play the meta. If you don't like the meta, play casual. It's that simple. It's this way. There is no like rocket scientific thing that you have to figure out. And how many builds will I release? I don't know. I could release 100, 1,000, 1,000,000. But I don't want to be the only one that does that. So I will also reference other people who do the same things as me, who release casual builds, if you will. And this way we can have a shared community that does this. Now, I will not be posting any of my builds on the Discords, on the class rep Discords. The reason why is the class rep Discords are geared more towards the in-game hardcore players, but I will have a forum post in the combat section of the forums, or player guides section of the forums, listing Sherman's casual builds. And it'll be just like that. Sherman's casual builds. And I will post my builds in there when I get them done and everything, and I'll just post them in there so people know, like, oh wow, you know, like this guy just releases build after build after build, but they're really, in, you know, there's a lot of flavor to them, there's a lot of interesting things to them, and they could be a tank build, they can be a healer build, or they will be a damage dealer build. And then I will also do solo builds and PvP builds. Now my PvP builds, I have a lot of influence thanks to the PvP community, but I don't play to their standard as well. So these are also casual builds. So the builds I release are always going to be casual. So we have people in the casual community and people in the meta community. But I do want us to work together, so this way we all are sharing with the community our ideas and our builds and things like that, because I do feel the community really needs that. So, but that's pretty much it. That's a casual build, guys. Hope you guys understand it. If you do, you guys know what's coming next. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, you can subscribe. Other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and this guy might see you in game. Bye.